Check this out, guys. I'm trying to go fly, trying to shoot some video. So, go outside. Check this out. You guys hear this? This is ridiculous. This gotta be like 40, 50 mile an hour wind right here. I can't believe this. Hey guys, here today. It's a nice little bubble wrap package. Gonna show you what's in there. But first, let me apologize for any wind noise you hear because as you saw, it's like a monsoon outside. It's crazy. Anyways, in this package, we have ZMR210R racing frame with PCB. This is sent to me by FPVModel.com. I'm gonna go ahead and unwrap it, put it together for you guys. So let's get into this package. Nice wrap. Lab tape. And what do we have here? FPVModel baseball hat. Nice little gift. Nice little Christmas present for me. Thank you, FPVModel. Set that to the side. Go ahead and get rid of this packaging. See what's in the box. Okay, we got some more bubble wrap. Inside the bubble wrap, we got the Maytech PDB. Let's see. Let's get this to focus here. There you go. Maytech mini power hub. You got 5-volt and 12-volt back on here. You know, standard. Maytech's always a good brand. It's always been a good brand to me. Got your FPVModel stickers. Slap those on your laptop, on your car, on your drones. We ship from the USA now. It's good for me since I'm in the USA. I didn't even know this, so there you go. For all of us here in the US, that's good. Get our packages a little faster. So now you see in the box, it's kind of just thrown in here. I know compared to my ZMR210, the X210, that came all individually wrapped with the little pieces. This is kind of just thrown in here. I'm not sure if yours is going to be like this, but this is one for review, so you know it might not be packaged as well. You got 2 battery straps, FPVModel branded battery straps. You got a set of standoffs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 standoffs, and these are the textured kind. Can't really see it too much here, but these are the textured ones, so you can get a grip on them. Got a set of nuts, a bunch of screws, some nylon washers, which I'm pretty sure are probably for your PDB. And there says standoffs, 4 little standoffs again for the PDB. 4 screws, also probably for the PDB. We'll find out. You got your 2. No, I took this out, threw it out, but you got your top plate here, your camera mount plates, your 2 side brackets, and the main attraction here, the bottom plate. As you can see, X-frame. Now, what made me want this, want to check this out was this right here. Let me see if I need some good light here to show you. Let me see. There we go. You see the arm, the edge of the arm? It's ever so slightly rounded off. Almost like chamfered edges. Makes it nice and You know, sometimes carbon can be real sharp. You get a nice sharp cut, like, say, like here on the top plate. No, just a regular cut, straight up and down, sharp edges. But this bottom plate, that's something new. That's something different. And I don't know. I was excited about that. Anyways, go ahead and start putting this thing together. Cut this light off now. Okay, so real quick, like I said, if you can see this, let me get it to focus here. You guys see this texture standoffs? Nice. So you can get a good grip on them. Anyways, let's go ahead and start putting this together. I don't think it matters top or bottom. Look pretty much identical to me, so let's just go ahead and get into it. Now, right off the bat, FPVModel, I think you could give us a little longer screws here. You guys see this? Because this is a 4mm bottom plate. And this is about a 6mm screw. Yeah, I think you could get at least an 8mm screw in here. Not a lot of meat holding this standoff. Me personally, I like to go, I mean, honestly, personally, I go about at least a quarter of the way up the standoff with my screws usually. So, that's one place to improve. Try to do this quick for you. Okay, real quick. I realized that those 4 long screws didn't really have a place because they're not for the PDB. Like I was saying, they're not for the PDB. So I can only assume that they were for the standoff. So, but there's only 4 of them. There's 8 standoffs. So what I did is on the outermost, 1, 2, in the back 2, I'm just going to use them there because I think that's the spots that needs the most support. So that's where I'm going to use them. And after that, let's go ahead and slap these in for the PDB. You want to use the outermost holes for most regular, was it 35 or 35? The 30.5 mounting holes. Want to use the outer mounting holes. And once again, same thing here. But, it's only 2mm sticking up. But this, it's only so deep, but you could probably get a little longer screw in here. Okay, so here we have all the standoffs and the little standoffs for the PDB. Go ahead and slap the PDB on here. Should just fit right on these posts. Slap that down right there. Gonna take these 4 little nuts on top of the PDB. Now, if you're doing a regular build, you would probably have another set of little standoffs and then have your flight controller right here. But for the purposes of this frame review, if I could stop dropping the nuts, for the purposes of this, I'm just gonna tighten these down real quick. Okay, so there we have it with the PDB all locked down. Next, what you're going to want to do is start putting on your top plate and your side plates. And if you don't know, this is going to be the front. So you see these little extra holes for the camera stuff. And of course, this is the front with the cutout for the camera. So I'm going to want to go ahead and slap these in here. I believe, yeah. So the little arch, of course, is in the back, so the camera can tilt, like that. But the bigger side goes on the top. Okay, bigger side on the top, arch on the bottom, back. And just go ahead and set those down in there. Into the slots. Slots are kind of loose fitting. I remember on my ZMR X210, they were really tight in those slots right there. But it shouldn't be an issue once you tighten everything down. So, and go ahead and fit the top plate on like that. And just go ahead and slap the rest of the screws in. Okay, so here we have the completed frame of the ZMR210R. Let's see. Now, actually, let me give you some weights and stuff first. Another big thing that made me want to get this over the ZMR X210, this guy right here, which I actually really love. But you guys really can't see that. Let me turn the light on real quick. There we go. My ZMR X210 was that the new one is a single piece bottom frame. This is like a 3-piece bottom bottom plate. And I like single piece designs. I think they're nice. So anyways, let me get my thing back to 0 here. Okay, and as you can see right here, I think the only thing we're missing is these little nylon washers and all these screws, but these will be for your motors. But the frame itself coming in at 113 grams. Now compare that to the old, let me turn this light off, the ZMR 210, X210, weight 174 grams. So you're saving a lot of weight on this frame over the previous 210. And just go ahead and show you. Let's see. Go ahead and 0 this. These arms. 4mm bottom plate. Top plate is 2mm top plate. So, pretty standard. So now that it's all together, show you guys weights, measurements. What are my thoughts? A couple things that I like first. I like these cutouts right here for the battery strap. Since it is a narrower top frame, I do like that. Because I've seen some top frames where they don't have that and you just wrap it around the whole top frame. Kind of like what I did with this guy. I just went around the whole top plate because, well, there's actually straps in the X210, but they weren't in the place that I like. This is right here centralized where the battery is going to be. So I like that. I like that there is this camera mount with the arches for your RunCam Swift style cameras, which I use. I got 2 of them sitting here. One of them's going to go in the build with this. So I do like that. I like the carbon, the rounded edges, because that is supposed to help protect it from delaminating and crashes. Give it a little extra strength. And I like that it's lighter. Shaving, 170, what is that? Like 50 grams off of the old model. That's a lot. 50, 60 grams. That's a lot. That's a lot of weight saving, when you get into these mini quads. I also like that it comes with a PDB if you need one. And I think my last like of it is it's simple. And, there's no instructions in here, but honestly, do you need them? There's not too much to this. It's simple. It's elegant. Gets the job done. So that's for my likes. Now for my dislikes, go ahead and get my little pointer out here. Couple things. I know Bruce would say right here, the amount of meat right here, maybe a stress riser. Yes, it's 4mm arms. I'm sure they're pretty strong arms. There's no flex in this frame at all. This frame is solid, but maybe an issue. It seemed like they could have moved it a little further out and had a little more meat right here. But that's one thing. Second thing, the camera mounts are a little bit loose. I'm not sure if you guys can hear this. I'm over the wind. So I don't know what's up with that. I mean, I guess when you tighten it down to your camera, it would compress it like that. But I would prefer it to be actually tight, vertically up and down, because that's where the play is. There's like up and down play, and there's a little side to side play. So I would rather that be nice and solid in all directions to make sure that the camera feed is nice and clear. And I think, okay. And they're just like, which I already mentioned, but I'll say it again, the screws. I think most people would prefer to have longer screws. Instead of these 6mm screws all around, pretty much, would only leaves you 2mm of meat inside. I think it would be better to have 8mm screws at least for the standoffs. And even for the motors, they're the same 6mm, so you got 2mm into the motors. I think most people would rather have 3mm at least into the motors. I think most motors are like sweet spot is 3mm inside. So that's my thing. I mean, it may be okay with this, but I would personally swap those out. Another negative I see is right here. The amount of meat right here on the carbon, in the impact, I think that would be the part that would break. Any part on this frame, I don't think it's really going to be the arms. I think it would be up here on the standoffs, because since they're so close to the edge, I think that would be the weak point. And my last negative, which really is a big negative to me. I mean, I guess it's not that serious, but it's kind of big to me, that they got rid of, or at least over the X210R, they got rid of this right here. The VTX mounting hole. So where's your VTX antenna gonna go? I guess you hanging out the back. I don't really like hanging out the back. I don't know, it just doesn't seem right to me. I like when they have the dedicated hole for it up here, and I can just screw my, connector into it. And everything, because I like using pigtails. Because if you don't know, if you use a pigtail on your VTX, it pretty much saves your VTX from breaking a lot more often. So you get the pigtail takes all the stress instead of the actual solder point on the VTX, which usually snaps off in a crash. And that's what I see happening. Just mounting it, like, I'll say put the VTX right here, antenna sticking out the back, and when you hit it crash, the antenna and that little connector is going to take all the force of the crash, and which is probably going to lead to you snapping your VTX. So I'm not sure why they decided to get rid of the VTX mount. I think it would have been better to just, round this off here and actually put the VTX connector right here. I would have much rather preferred that. But all in all, I mean, it's a good frame, it's a solid frame. I got stuff ready to build on it, so I will be doing the build on this. But that's my main things. I mean, honestly, this stuff I don't plan to crash. I mean, I'm just saying I don't plan to crash. I probably will, but I don't plan to. So my biggest thing is the screws, which I have some, I will replace them, and the VTX mount and how I'm going to mount my VTX. Other than that, it's a really solid frame. Would I recommend it? Yes. Just know what you're getting into. Have a plan for your VTX, and hopefully they make these tighter in the future, or hopefully once you throw the camera in here, everything just locks up together. But we'll see. But for now, that's pretty much all I can say about it. ZMR210R. Check it out on FPVModel.com. Not this one. ZMR210R. All right. Right here on FPVModel.com. And with this, you can also they have this GoPro mount available, which I do recommend if you have a GoPro. Personally, I have a Mobius. There's no Mobius mount yet, so you have to get creative with that. And if you don't feel like shopping around, they also have these kits available on FPVModel.com, and these kits are premium. I mean, $277 is not really a bad price for the premium quality of the. I mean, these are Emax 2205S models, brand new ones. You got DYS XS30 amp, BL Heli S ESCs. Just premium quality stuff. Run Cam Swifts. Good stuff if you guys are looking for a kit. Anyways, go ahead and wrap this up. It's getting pretty long now. Thank you once again to FPVModel.com for sending this over for my review. It's nice to know that you guys are shipping from the US now. But that's about it. Hope you guys enjoy. You got any questions, leave them down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching. See you next time.